Obviously, like, you know, I have a lot of negative feelings about him in general just because of everything that's happened. However, I don't have a lot of complaints about the video, okay? Because I never expected this like super sincere apology. All I really wanted was for him to acknowledge like I lied about this and just like on some level take accountability for it so that other people in the future don't get bamboozled in the way that I did, and I feel like we got that. It's so funny. I dreamed of the day that he came online and just told the truth and acknowledged like that he made up this super awful elaborate lie. And then, you know, the day comes and I'm like, whatever. I got a million comments last night just being like, Brooke, he posted a video, like you gotta go see it. And my heart literally sank into my stomach. I'm like, oh my god, like what is this gonna be? Called BB, started screen sharing, and we watched the whole thing. I wanted originally to put it up on my TV because I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. But fun fact, Miles has never seen Clinton. He's never seen a video of him. He's never heard a song. He knows nothing about him except for the fact that obviously he faked the death of his entire family. But my initial thoughts are the same as everybody else. You know, I'm like, okay, like convenient timing. Canceled is over. You are about to start touring. Your album is coming out. Like, of course, now is the time that you choose to confess. But the more I think about it, I'm like, who cares? Like, I don't care if he's genuinely sorry or not. All I care is that he took accountability for it, because I feel like that's what really bothered me. It really bothered me to think that like there were going to be people, you know, people who work with him, girls who date him, like friends who met him and got bamboozled the same way I did after the fact. And I just like never wanted it to happen to anybody else. So I'll take my wins where I can get them. I'm just happy that he took accountability. And also, like, of course, on some level, I feel like a little bit of like, I don't want to say guilt. Maybe it is guilt. I think like if I had more time to think about like the consequences of what I was doing, I might have handled everything a little bit differently. Obviously, you know, I'm making like these really heated videos in the moment, and I couldn't have anticipated that it was gonna get, you know, 100 million views, obviously. But as more time has passed and I see like, you know, the effect that it had on his life and his career, it just makes me feel not very good. And it's really not about like, obviously I felt valid in what I was saying. Like, I didn't tell any lies. I was truly just telling like the story as it happened from my perspective, and I was very honest about it. And so obviously I can't really like beat myself up over it. However, I also knew the weight of my platform. I knew how many people could potentially see it, and I did it anyway, and it makes me feel not that good about myself. It felt so big at the time. Like when it was going on and when I was in that relationship, it literally felt like the end of the world. Like it was, I mean, it was the worst thing that had ever happened to me at that point in time. And I thought I was truly never gonna get over it. So like, I don't know, I had big emotions and I reacted in a big way. But now, you know, I'm living in this big, beautiful house and I'm gonna get married, and I'm in this relationship that could not be more different from that one. And I realize how small that is in the grand scheme of my life. Of course, I mean, there's a lot I learned from it. It had a huge effect on my life, but it didn't like, you know, ruin me in the way that I thought it did at the time. And I don't know, I think that was the overwhelming feeling that I had watching it. I was just thinking to myself, like, I can't believe I'm sitting here genuinely watching this man still to this day. I'm watching him in real time, and I'm watching just his mannerisms and the way that he speaks, and it's giving me like, oh, this feeling that I just never wanted to feel again. And then I can actively look to my side and see my fiance, who is his polar opposite. Like, he could not be more different than him in every way. And so, honest to God, the overwhelming feeling in that moment is just gratitude. Like, okay, thank you for finally being honest, but also like, thank God this is not my life, and thank God I did not end up with this man that I like genuinely, for whatever reason, thought that I was going to end up with. It doesn't do me any good to hold on to this resentment and like anger that I've had towards him for so long. It serves me in no way. It just makes me like a more miserable person, and I don't want to feel that way. So I hope he can grow from it. I hope somebody somewhere is helping him understand like why that might have happened. And I hope that he's not just making the video, you know, for the sake of getting people to come see him on tour, but even if he is,